Okay, I'm going to continue my story time. I went to Longwood College back in 1991. I'm an old woman. But I had the pleasure of meeting Ed and Lorraine Warren at a lecture that they had there. I remember it was late at night, it was raining, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna get down there because I want to meet them because they have always influenced me. When I was a child, my grandfather, he was very, very religious, and he studied a number of different religious books, excuse me, a number of different religious books, the Bible, the Torah, some of everything. And he was teaching me shorthand. And he was in there talking to me. We were talking about the Bible because he knew it just front to back. And he was talking to me about that, and he said, Ree, which was a nickname of mine, still is. He said, Ree, if there was one question you would have to ask the universe, what would it be? And I said, well, Grandpa, I want to know the truth about religion. And he said, are you sure you want to know that? I'm like, yeah, because I'm tired of all these, fights, between, is Judaism right for me? Is Hinduism right for me? Is Catholicism right for me? Is Christianity right for me? I was just tired. And they grew up, my mom and family grew up Baptist. And my dad's dad was a Protestant minister. And we have a ton of ministers in our family. And my grandpa wanted to be a minister, but he was a deacon. He was a very good deacon. And my grandma was a deaconess. So, he asked me that, and I explained to him, I really want to know the truth about religion because I'm confused. And he said, okay, well, God's going to get it to you. You be ready for it. I'm like, okay. I was about maybe 15, and I had studied. This was after I had studied with Gavin and Yvonne Frost, and after I had read everything I read, and I studied Hinduism after reading the Mahabharata and doing this intense chart and report on the Hindu cosmos, Hindu cosmology. I did a circular drawing with a projector back then in the day and traced the gods and the goddesses and the cosmos and the astrological positions and everything, and took that to school, and the teacher was just like, wow. I was like, well, you know what? When I get involved in something, I get involved in something. So, I'd studied a number of different things. I studied Islam, like I said, Hinduism, Wiccan, paganism, Celtic religions, and finally, Judaism. So, have I found the answer? Maybe. Maybe not. I am in my golden years. I'm over 50. So, I'm not telling you nothing because it's none of your business. But that is my little story time. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I get off the beaten path. Anyway, I was talking about Ed and Lorraine. So I went to the lecture. I met them. They broke off. Lorraine was in one room talking about being a medium. And I grew up, and my grandmother was a medium. And I ended up being a medium and having mediumship tendencies. And she kind of helped me a little bit with that. So being a medium is difficult because you get stuff from the universe like all the time. And I do not block. I don't want to block. So I'm kind of one of those people that just kind of absorbs everything and then takes it and translates it. But I haven't done that in a while because I just haven't felt like it. So, and the same with tarot and things like that. But I did meet them. They broke off. I was in Ed's room talking to Ed because growing up, when I was talking to my grandfather about, the mystery of the universe, the religion thing, I was talking to him about demons. And he was talking to me about what to do and how to do it and the exorcism process and all that type of stuff. So I was really interested. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. So I was like, well, I think I want to grow up and be a demonologist. And he looked at me, he's like, are you sure? I'm like, that'd be kind of cool too, because I'm a medium. And often we get things in from the other side and they're confusing and conflicting and things like that. So I would be able to kind of weed it out and be able to see what is the truth and what is coming through that should not be coming through, and help a person block it, because I don't block. Like I said, I don't block. I don't block for other people. I don't block for myself. What you hear is what you hear. What you get is what you get, and you got to interpret it. So with that said, this is becoming a 6-minute video. I'm famous for 10-minute videos. But, I was talking about what he did as a demonologist, and it just fascinated me. And I sat there and listened to most of his lecture, then got up and ran in and listened to Lorraine Warren's. And ever since then, I felt kind of a closeness with them. I don't know them, but I felt like a closeness with them because I felt I got to see the inside world. So when I shared with you the history of Annabelle, it was to kind of help educate you on this doll, because some people are like saying there's a black spirit in the doll. And in the movie, indeed, they had a black woman sacrificing herself to have her spirit in the doll, to help block the demon spirit, but Annabelle's conduit. So it's part truth, part something else. Do I believe that what is in Annabelle is African American? Well, they said that part of the movie was fictional. You believe what you want to believe. There's a lot of stuff going on, like the people breaking out of the jail. All of them are African American, I believe. So the plantation house burning down. What is she going to do next? I don't believe she's going to do anything if she was taken to D.C. to the president. Come on now, you can sit there and say, wish all you want, but I don't think it's going to happen. What I think you'll be seeing is a little bit more disruption. If you think about what Ed and Lorraine told us about the doll, I don't think that it's far from truth. I think she's a conduit. I believe his warnings should be heeded. I do not believe that the doll should be taken out of the case. He made the case especially for the doll. He had it blessed. He consecrated it. He made it in a certain shape. He did all certain things to help keep the doll safe and to help keep us safe from the doll. So if you take that doll out of that case, you better be ready for the consequences. Certain things in that museum, and they had a cursed objects museum. Certain things you should mess with. If y'all want to go around and play with Annabelle, y'all go and play with Annabelle, and Annabelle is going to show you, because those events are going to turn. It's not going to be just African Americans anymore. I think it'll be a wider scope, because this is just stirring the pot. It's going to start to boil, and it's going to start to boil over. And we will see what exactly happens next. I don't think it's going to be good. So that is my advice with the Annabelle. No, this is my family doll, so I don't think she's going to do anything bad anytime soon. She's pretty chill. So, it was my little story time, my little spiel on Annabelle. I hope you enjoy my little 3-part series on haunted dolls, because I like making them. They're pretty cool. I don't always show my face because I have to put a full face of makeup on. I don't like using filters, and I'm just kind of bougie like that, even though I don't look it anymore. So, everybody, have a good day. Stay blessed, stay safe, use discernment. And remember, if you F around, like the Black Cauldron said, and I love her stuff, you gonna find out. All right?